Let those little girls alone.
They're saying that they're trying to give him the max, which is, I guess, 25 years.
I don't think that's enough, to be honest with you.
Man,
I really don't.
you know what it made? You know what it made me think about? How like we was really listening to this man's music. I don't know if y'all were, but I grew up listening to R. Kelly.
Listening to like full EPs, like the whole shit, yo.
I'm talking about singing. I'm talking about yo. So it's like it made me think like, damn. That's why it's so important not to idolize these celebrities.
Absolutely.
Because we tend to forget that they're people. Mm-hmm. And people fuck up and people do weird shit and people have skeletons in their closet that we don't know about unless it's brought to the forefront. And it's like, yo, you know, we've been supporting this man's career and the whole time he's a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, it just makes you think, just with everything going on, even like with the Young Thug and Gunna situation. I like Young Thug. I be seeing what he do for his community. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea he was setting up folks to get killed.
And that, I mean, but they really, I don't know. It's like, you know, something about this. It's still a black aspect to it to be too, though, because it's like the way they like really like, oh, he the ringleader, like, you know what I'm saying? He calling the shots, he calling the hits, all this shit. It's just like, really, y'all can't let this motherfucker out of jail for real. Like on bail, y'all doing too fucking much, yo.
For real though, because I mean, I don't know, yo. It's like weird. It's just weird everything that's been going on. But I just wanted to kind of highlight that because I was like, dang, I loved R. Kelly. So it's like it kind of just makes you want to sit back and regroup who you listen to, who you do look up to as, you know, like a idol in a sense. And, you know, there are people that we look up to for their artistry. I think we just got to keep in mind that they people at the same time. Yeah. But yes,
go ahead. For me, like when it came to R. Kelly, it's kind of like when it was allegedly that he committed these crimes. I was kind of like, all right, nothing was proven yet.
Right.
So I want to give him a benefit of a doubt. But when the videotape came out, all his bodyguards, all his personal assistants, like came through and said, like, yeah, that nigga did that shit. Like,
like Ash definitely made a good point or whatever. Young Tender, like, we definitely will still support him after that video came out.
Right. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
The original video, and he was still making money. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Because I'm like, yo. We were supporting this man. We supporting this man. You know what I'm saying? Going to his concerts.
Not all of us.
Mike said no.
Not all of us.
Well, I ain't never go to a concert, but I'm talking about the people. You know what I'm talking about. The people that was going to the concerts, diehard fans. The people, you know, that didn't want to believe anything. Well, there you go.
I mean, and then
we still got people supporting him.
Yeah, I was going to say, it begs the question, like, can you really separate the music from the man?
Right. You're right. Oh, it's so sad. Because, I mean, dang, all the good people. All the good. What is it, man? What's drawing these people in to make them? I don't know, man. Maybe they already got it in them, and then when they get the fame and the money, they feel like they're untouchable and they can just do whatever the fuck they want.
Because, I mean, you got to think about it, like, because you heard all them stories about, like, shit that he was buying their parents.
Right.
So
that's
it's like,
true.
I'm gonna pay you like shit hundreds of thousands of dollars for your, well, I don't know how much it was, you feel me, but it's like for your kids, shit, I mean, you know, they're like, I ain't about to say shit.
Right. No, you're right though. Homie said, somebody in the chat said you can't deny his music though. That is true. Mm-hmm. But now, bro, you go back and listen to I Hear You Calling. You're gonna be like, I gotta turn this off.
You know what? Let's look at it like this. It's literally like motherfuckers who didn't know Lil Nas X was gay before when he came out with Old Town Road. Now they can't listen to that shit.
Right.
They know what the meaning is behind it now. You feel me?
Yeah,
I just think
right.
that's ignorant.
That's
I just think that's ignorant people who just have like this horrible like homophobia. It's like his sexuality
I
But
mean, no, I
sexual
was just using
preference
that
has
as
absolutely
an
nothing to do
example.
with like his quality of music. Like
Right.
he's not hurting
That's a tough
nobody.
look. That's a
He ain't
totally
raping no
different
kids.
thing.
He's not doing anything that's
Right.
against the law. It's just
Right.
he's homosexual. That's it. And it's like if that's enough for you to stop listening to his music, then it's like I mean you got your own problems that you got to work on.
Right.
But yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like you can, a motherfucker will equate that to like his music to homosexuality, but y'all will still fuck with R. Kelly knowing that he did all of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, what's the double standard about? You feel me?
Right. Right. No, you're right. You guys are right. Everything that you guys are hitting on is
Exactly.
right. It's just sad that, he did do a lot of, he made a lot of hits for us. He did a lot of good music. It's unfortunate that some of the best artists that we've had, end up having a lot of these deep, dark secrets. So,
Yeah, it's fucked up
but
Yeah.
for real.
Someone in the chat put shit.
what?
I suck at reading the chat because like I'm a slow reader. It is possible to separate the music from the artist and still be able to listen to his music to some extent. Like, but for me, it's like I can't. I don't know.
Can't do
I
it,
couldn't
right?
do it, man. But I
It's
That's how
get it
I
though. I
feel
understand where
now.
people are coming from with that. But it's like, man, I was like, nah, fuck this dude, man.
That's how I feel now because I'm like, man, I did like me some R. Kelly. I loved his music, but now I'm like, I don't know if I could sit there and listen to it.
the
So,
You know
unfortunate
what it
part of
is?
the shit. They still play the shit. They
right.
Yeah.
still play it.
Are they
You
going to
know.
be there? Go ahead. Go ahead,
You
Michael.
know what it is for me? I like listen to the shit. Step in the name of love, and then I
Everybody
hear
likes
them.
that song.
Yeah, but it's like then I hear like a little kid in the background, like, "Mommy, help!" Like, nope, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it, nope, nope, turn it off,
Shut
turn it
up.
off, turn it off, turn it off.
I cannot.
Sorry, turn that shit off. I can't do it. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I can't do it.
yo. Yeah, yo. So, it is what it
You
is. I
gotta
just want
separate the man from the music. Nope, nope, fuck that. Turn it off, turn it
right.
off.
Turn it off. Because
Yeah,
that's all
turn that shit the
you
fuck off.
Yeah, that's all you're gonna think about is, man, this nigga is over here messing with little girls and stuff. So it's
Nasty
gonna be hard.
motherfucker.
It's gonna be hard to do. It's gonna be hard to ignore that.
You know
So,
what's crazy too though, Mike? Just to touch base on that too, like where you said the homosexuality, right? So motherfuckers was fight like they was on his side until they found out he was fucking with little boys too.
he was.
I mean,
Yes,
well,
he
what's the difference? I
was.
mean,
Yes,
what's the
no,
difference? Though? A kid is a
exactly. That's
kid.
what I'm saying. A kid is a kid. But like I said, that's what I mean by people are
Wow.
extremely ignorant about shit. It was okay when it was little girls, but it drifted over to homosexuality. It's like, oh no, I can't fuck with him. It's like, are you serious? That was your
Oh,
line. You feel me?
Wow.
Like y'all motherfuckers is crazy with that shit,
oh,
yo.
wow,
Wow.
that's deep, y'all. Damn.
Your
Well,
boy
okay,
Mike
we're
is
gonna go
very
ahead and get
telling.
into the show and start off with our topics because we got our time frame. Try to get on our time frame. And so the first topic of discussion tonight, we are going to be paying tribute and talking about rapper Trouble. Well, they call him Trouble two times, but rapper Trouble
Mm-hmm.
out of Atlanta, who was shot and killed this past week. I believe was it Monday or
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday?
Tuesday, I believe.
Tuesday. Yeah, and he was shot and killed in a lady friend's apartment. A domestic situation came about. I guess allegedly an ex-boyfriend found out that there was something going on, popped up at her crib, started hitting on the girl. This is what I've heard allegedly. Started hitting the girl, like beating her up pretty bad to where
Wow.
Trouble was there. I guess he was spending the night. I don't know if him and the girl I don't know if they had just gotten back to the apartment, what the previous situation was beforehand. But apparently when the girl was getting, physically assaulted by the ex-boyfriend, your sound went out. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Somebody,
No. Huh?
Uh-oh.
Can you hear us?
I think he can hear us. We just can't hear him.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Nova. But while he's getting his sound adjusted, or if he has to come back in. Anyways, yes, the young lady was being assaulted by the ex-boyfriend, the current boyfriend, the whatever. They had a history with each other. Apparently, the guy used to live there with her. So he came. Yeah, he came there.
Yeah, there you go. We
We hear
hear
you
you
now.
now.
Okay.
Yep, you
Yeah.
good.
And Trouble tried to intervene with the girl getting assaulted by the guy getting beat up. That's when him and the guy started having an altercation. So allegedly, the guy didn't just attack Trouble. He went for the girl first. Then Trouble intervened. Him and the guy started fighting. Allegedly, the guy pulled out a gun. They started tussling over the gun. Somebody hit the trigger, which was allegedly the guy who had the gun, shot and killed him. So it's an unfortunate situation, of course. Rest in peace, and all our condolences to his friends and family and anyone that knew him personally. I think his first name is Mariel. I'm not sure what his last name was, but it's a very unfortunate situation.
Mario Orr.
Mario Orr is his given name. So I just wanted to open this conversation up first because it was something that's been trending all week. And I have been seeing a lot of things that have been going on with people that are in domestic relationships, abusive relationships, toxic relationships. It's just becoming like this trending thing. I also saw something today on Instagram where a young lady found out her boyfriend was cheating and she did so much damage to his BMW. I mean, busted the windows out, pulled out wires in the interior, messed up the inside of the seats, busted out all his headlights, busted out all the windows from the windshield to the passenger side to the back seats to the back window, all because she found out he had some women on the side, just a whole bunch of stuff. So with that being said, the situation within itself is unfortunate, but I just wanted to kind of not just focus on the what we've basically been seeing all week, what's been going on, but just the toxicity of these types of things happening. And Trouble also had other relations with other women. He that spoke out on his death when he passed this week. So in retrospective, I feel like sometimes you got to be careful with people that you are intermingling with, people that you're around, especially when it's of the opposite sex. You just never know who other people might be involved with, what other situations they might have with somebody else that could be a toxic or abusive situation. I do recommend not necessarily spending the night all the time, with people when you're not in a solid situation, just because you never know. It can go both ways. A female could pop up and something could go down that way, or like what happened with him. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. People are not always honest with you. In retrospective, anybody in the chat, and of course you guys, what is your opinion on this situation? I also want to say too, sometimes you got to be careful as a man. I know it's nice and everybody's going on this little trend and this little wave of having more than one woman. Great for y'all, but
or more than one man.
Or more. Okay, all right, I'll give you that.
Just saying.
Or more than one man. Let me not leave that out. Let me not leave nobody out. That is true. Where was I going to go with that? Sometimes you got to have a little bit of self-control. You threw me off with that. Sometimes you got to have a little bit of self-control. No, you get it. No, you get it. You got to have a little bit of self-control about maybe how many people you're mixing with. Yeah. Just because you just never know who you're getting yourself involved with. That goes for anything. Friendships. You just got to be careful the people that you bring in your aura. Sometimes I feel when I heard about some other things that goes along with this story with what happened with Trouble, I just, in my opinion, felt like maybe if he wasn't trying to be such a ladies' man, maybe that situation could have not happened. But that's just my opinion. Just because a lot of females, I'm gonna be real. Sometimes they be having dudes tucked. Sometimes they be having situations that they are not completely deaded, and they might bring another dude into the situation that they're maybe just sleeping with or entertaining because they might not be getting along with this dude or they done broke up this week. So sometimes you can't always, you got to ask questions. You got to be aware of your surroundings, be aware of just who you involving yourself with. So with me saying my opinion, I want to, pass it on to you guys, and I'm going to go to you, Nova, first. What is your opinion on this whole situation that happened with Trouble this week?
I think it's very indicative of where we are as a country and who we are as a people. I don't know if you noticed or not, but this country as a whole is in the midst of a mental health emergency.
Oh my gosh, definitely.
So even when it comes down to dating, which, I mean, as a standard these days, dating, people can date multiple people, but when it comes down to that shit, somebody's gonna get hurt. And because of a lot of times how we are raised, we're raised with instant gratification. We're also, a lot of these kids, this younger generation is not raised to cope with rejection.
Talk about it.
So they don't know how to handle somebody or like moving a different way than they would prefer them to move, if that makes sense.
No, right.
So it's like people are handling things in a very extremist type of way.
I reside often. Beautiful life sit inside
it's like you have to be careful. You really do have to be careful in the way like how you treat people. And it don't even have to be, not even saying necessarily in a relationship. Shit, it could be the motherfucker at somebody at your job. It could be somebody at your workplace that you just like ignore or look at the wrong way, and all of a sudden that motherfucker come in there the next day and shoot up your fucking
up. Hell yeah, that's so true. Everybody's so on. He right. It's like everybody on edge. You got to be careful what you say. You could look at somebody wrong. He right about that. That's real.
And it's like, I mean, when it comes to me as a person, just in general, I can't, like, that whole dating multiple people, I can't do it because, for one thing, I know how it feels to be on the wrong side of that. You feel me?
Right.
So it's like you dating somebody, they dating 12 other people, somebody gonna get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not dating just to date. I'm dating to settle down with somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but one of them people that you hurt might take that shit a little bit too far, and now you got somebody stalking you. You got somebody threatening you. You got somebody threatening the dudes you talking to. It's like you really have to sit back, draw boundaries, and really dictate, this is what I want, this is what I'm doing. And a lot of motherfuckers don't do that shit. When they dating, be open. Yeah, I'm dating several people. Don't sit up here and have this motherfucker thinking that they don't want, because when they find out they're not, something snaps in their head.
Right. You're right. No, you're right. Especially if they have intentions of just being with you, or they have intentions of trying to, you know what I'm saying? Because to some people that might feel very deceitful.
Exactly. And it's like, I in no way justify this form of violence, retaliation, whatever you want.
Right. Of course.
But who's to say that this man wasn't in something that he believed to be serious because it's his perspective?
Exactly.
What if he thought that they were in something serious, and he's coming back to, you know what I'm saying, a house that they may share? We don't know.
We don't know. Right. That is true, because they did allegedly, there's been so much talk like with DJ academics and some other people that are involved in entertainment and entertainment news. We're saying that there was allegedly that the young lady and the guy that killed Trouble, that they were a couple.
Jamaica.
And yes, so that they were a couple and there was a break or something, that the guy used to live there. Because think about it, how would he know where her place was at? I mean, he'd been there, but he'd been there before.
Exactly.
So it's like, you got to be careful. But go ahead, Michael. What was your that was a great, perfect explanation on that, Nova.
Yeah,
Awesome. No, for real. That's real.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I agree with y'all on like all your points, and like, you guys were those were facts that you guys are speaking. But I have to be honest. I have to be the ignorant person here. It's rap music, all right? It's this goddamn rap music that's causing all this goddamn violence, all right? We need to stop this shit. It's the video games. It's the rap. No, I'm fucking with y'all.
It's definitely like GTA and.
But it can be. But no, for real, Michael. Though it can be the music sometimes.
I mean,
real shit.
It can be, but we can't always use that as an scapegoat.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
No, it just comes down to like honesty, communication, and being able to read the red flags when it comes to a person.
Right.
Facts.
No, I agree.
Facts.
So, that's all I got to say, man. You guys knocked it out of the park, with your points. So.
Yeah, and then I don't know, man. I feel so bad because all his other women are popping up on social media. Oh my God, so sad. Yeah, and then he got a baby mom. He left behind his son. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's just I don't know. It's just, man, fellas, just what I'm saying? You ain't gotta have a whole lot of women. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a desire. I get it. But
I don't.
You don't get it over.
I don't understand it because
I don't either, but I get the guys that, I mean, if that's what you like.
It's like, what are you looking for?
That's my question. That's my, okay. I had a conversation with a friend of mine that said to me, having one woman, let me make sure I got it right. Having one woman cannot possibly be your everything. She just can't. And I'm thinking, well, wait a minute now. If a woman can't be your everything, what makes you think one man can just be everything to one woman?
No, that's not what you just said. That goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? It's this isn't just a man thing. It's men can be territorial and so can women.
Right.
And that's been constantly on display, you know what I'm saying, throughout history. You know what I'm saying? So
I got into a not a debate, but just kind of because once I share my point, it ain't really no arguing. You feel me?
Right.
But somebody made a post basically saying that the post was really, it was like, okay, so you have a guy that's dealing with two people and he's dealing with two women. Which one does he care about? The one that he's lying to or the one that he's open with? Which one does he care about more?
What they say?
And this guy veered off into some shit about polygamy and monogamy is something that the colonizers instilled in us and all this shit. I'm just
heard that one.
You do realize that polygamy is left normally for men who can actually take care of multiple women households.
Talk to him,
Nova. Can't even take care of one woman.
Talk to him.
What you gonna do with two or three? And they be fighting for this shit. Y'all want multiple women, but you can't take care of multiple women.
Right, you can't even take care of one.
That's above your tax bracket. And they get offended by that shit. It's like,
especially
this
now,
is where it comes from.
Right.
That's for kings and men of upper class.
You're right, Nova. You're right, because if you think about it, all the men that had multiple wives, they were either kings, pharaohs. They running whole countries, nigga. You not running whole countries.
It's like it's like y'all be really having some audacity. Like y'all be having some balls. It's like, bro, this ain't you can't even handle taking care of one household, and you think you supposed to like have several women content with fucking with you.
Right.
Big bank take little bank. You feel me? Like
big bank take little bank.
I mean,
real.
You know, a lot of these men, they be wanting the world, but it's like, bro.
Oh no, he cut out.
He cut out. Oh, he back. He back. He back. Okay, he back. No, you are so right. That's what I don't understand, because I'm like, is it just a thing of, it's something that they just want. It's just something that I want. It's not necessarily a need, because if you can barely, number one, some of these niggas can barely take care of themselves. You
got these fucking mama's boys and these men, these huge egos that think that they deserve the world.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mommy always gave them like all that shit. It's like, look, bro, like that's not really how the world works, and you need to like come to some type of like, you need to have like a come to Jesus moment or something, because like I said, you can barely take care of your damn self. You really don't even need to have no wife.
Right. That's what I be saying. I'm like, yo, let's make some logic out of this, people.
Fact.
I mean, I understand it's cool to feel like you got this chick on you. It could be an ego stroke too. It could be an ego stroke.
Absolutely.
I think it's that thing when it comes to like modern men trying to play the role of the high value man. I mean, look at Nick Cannon. You know what I'm saying? He has like multiple fucking women pregnant. I mean, I don't agree with what the fuck he's doing, but it's within his tax bracket that he can get away with that.
No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? I can do that. I wouldn't do that shit, and I couldn't do that shit. But yeah, when it comes to like guys who have lots of money, lots of value, they're able to provide multiple women financially. You know, they have I don't know what it is, an ego, options, whatever you want to call it. They're able to do it, and unfortunately, these women let them get away with it.
That's true. That is true. I mean, if you're okay with it and you let them get away with it, then they're going to continue. That's what they always say. If you allow a man to do something, he's going to continue to do it. So
let's be honest, like some of these women like know about this shit, they find out about it, and they're okay with it.
True.
It's like it's up to them to be like, oh no, fuck that. Like I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I said, read the red flags. That goes both ways.
That is true. You do, and
if you're not about that life where like, you know, you're willing to like share this like, you know, guy who's able to pay for everything, like will provide you like with all the finances that you want, you know, you have to be willing to accept, you know, certain situations that, you know,
come with it.
You know.
Well, it's unfortunate because, like, with Nick Cannon, I could see if you settle down, married a woman, and then had 10 kids.
And
then enjoy, you got the wallet for that. But you spreading your seed all over the
place. Just, here you go.
And although your intentions, because for some reason his intentions right now are just to procreate.
Right.
You as a father cannot father. Is the key word. You cannot father 9 children.
Right.
Unless they are all with you. And then even then, you still can't fucking father them.
Right. You sure
can. We had this argument before. I don't know if you remember this shit. Where I said,
what?
Gotcha, nigga. We had this argument before where I said that Nick Cannon is destroying like traditional family values. And like he
stop
can do
remembering
it, but it doesn't
shit.
make it
like,
right.
Damn.
You know what's funny? I think now, you know what's funny though? Do you think that's something that's just becoming prominent in our culture because I don't really hear too many other races like have
No, they're just quiet about it.
all
They're
over.
just quiet about it. They're not loud about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's predominantly more than likely because of the fact that we black and they try to blast us like
On
we don't
everything,
exist.
Yeah,
yeah.
because in certain countries, in certain states, in the United States, like polygamy is legal.
Utah.
So Utah, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, it is. Oh, so for all y'all, Facebook.
No, don't encourage it.
Be careful though, because some of those places are racist as shit. So
Exactly. We can't do that.
Yeah,
Shit, no.
you go to Utah, like, hey, what are you doing here, boy?
Yeah.
I think you're in the wrong state.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm weak. Yo.
But we gotta
go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic. So the next topic actually correlates with this. But once again, let me just say condolences to his family, to Trouble's family. R.I.P. I'm still saddened about that situation. Hopefully, brother that shot, I guarantee after he shot him, he was probably like, damn, why the fuck did I do that over this?
Yeah, you didn't
You know what I'm saying? So I pray for, because I hate to see anybody. It's just sad and unfortunate. So RIP and prayers and condolences to his family.
Yeah.
And moving forward, another situation that correlates with these toxic relationships. A young lady, I don't even know what state she was from. But Michael, if you have any of the other stuff, because I got to click back and forth from Facebook to Instagram. But I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to show you guys, but we don't have to show it if we don't need to. If you guys saw, this is another thing that happened this week with a toxic relationship, who also, the young lady ended up going to jail and might be doing at least they're saying allegedly a year in prison. She found out that her significant other was cheating. Here we go again with the cheating. And she took his mother's ashes and urn and dumped the ashes in the river, never to be seen again. She has been arrested and being charged for, it's
something
of a court.
She's disposal of a corpse, or
disposal of a corpse, or damaging of a corpse, or something of a corpse, but
abuse
of a corpse.
Yes.
So apparently, is that a felony?
Yes, it is.
So don't be out there going to people's graveyards, digging up dead bodies, doing no weird shit, y'all. People out here, that is a felony. And if you take anybody's ashes and try to get revenge and throw them in the river or the ocean and they report you, you going to jail. So, with that being said, I have, first of all, never seen this type of level of toxicity or get back ever. I see females busting up niggas' shit, burning their clothes, stuff that can be replaceable. But to throw somebody's mother's body basically into the river, am I wrong about something?
Let's get into the fact that she was 40 as well.
Yes.
Wow.
And the fact that she was not young.
40-year-old.
She's older than me. 40 years old, acting like a 17-year-old. That's the big issue right there.
Yeah.
And secondly, I just want to go ahead and jump into my opinion, because I know eventually Instagram will count us down and we have to come back to finish the second segment.
Okay.
Emotions. Ladies. I have been guilty of this myself, but I have learned through my own experiences. We have got to get better control of our emotions. If a man is cheating, I'm going to tell you right now, a man gonna do what he want to do, whether you know about it or not. It is not worth it to allow your emotions to take over you so much where you do something without thinking rationally, to where eventually you end up suffering worse consequences than what you're trying to do to somebody else. It's not worth it, bro. Stop with it. You got to stop with it. And also, if you know, I'm not going to say I guarantee because I don't know this lady, But if you have an intuition or you have feelings of somebody cheating, not being honest with you, move on. Move on. Let it go. There are too many men out here, even if you are 40, baby. Get you maybe a little tenderoni or something if you just need somebody to give you some comfort and make you feel nice. It's not worth it. I'm just saying, it's not. It is not. You want to enjoy your life. I bet you she is sitting down there right now behind bars thinking, what the fuck? Why the fuck did I do that? Why? Why did I do that? I wish I could go back and take this day back. I wouldn't even do this moment. I was just mad. I wasn't thinking, but you got to think before you do sometimes. And a lot of times with us women, we react so quickly on emotion.
It's not just women. It goes both ways. Because I know there's plenty of dudes that get emotional as fuck too.
Because just what we just talked about, homeboy reacted off of emotions too.
Because baby, men are emotional.
Yeah, they are. You are right. You are right.
Emotional than females are.
You are right.
Like, let's be clear about it.
Far more. I mean, biology says that women tend to be like, this is a statistic, by the way, that women tend to be more emotional. Not saying that men are not emotional, because right? They fucking are. But like women tend to like go with their emotions more than with logic. But men, of course, we're human beings. We're all emotional fucking creatures.
If we want to get on statistics, the levels of estrogen that are found in men now are at the highest levels that they've ever seen.
Really?
From the foods that
I was just about to say, do you think it's coming from the food?
Okay.
They trying to.
Okay.
Come on now.
What are you trying to what? Trying to what? Say it.
They trying to make y'all with all them estrogen high levels and make y'all go acting crazy and shoot up folks and doing shit.
No shade. No,
I'm just saying.
Well, it could simply be, we're just running out of like food sources. So like, the government and companies are just fucking with food. It's like, hey man, we can't put this shit in here. There's too much estrogen. Nah, fuck that. Put that shit in there.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Because soy, that's all it is. Soy spikes your estrogen levels, and soy is in every fucking thing.
Are you serious? No.
Yes.
So little known fact, Nova just educated y'all. And check your ingredients.
Soy is in everything.
It sure is. I did not know that it does that though.
And that explains a lot because I love me some sushi. So.
Well, there you have it.
What the fuck do you mean that you have it? What are you trying to say, nigga? No.
He said, that right there, nigga. That right there.
Don't say.
No, but I mean, what do you guys think about this? Like, and further advice to women. I mean, I've been guilty of it. I'm not even gonna lie. Back in my younger days, not in my 40s, because I'm not 40 yet, but in my younger days, I done keyed the car a little bit. I done did a little childish shit when I done got emotional, but I've learned a little bit more.
I want to be the asshole. Can I take
Go ahead.
Real quick?
Let's get
Absolutely.
it. Yeah.
So now, just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
I know, and I've seen it tens of probably hundreds of times of where people dispose of ashes in lakes, in rivers, at certain destinations. So to say that this is the abuse of a corpse, which I didn't know ashes were considered a corpse to be honest.
Right.
But it's like, are you saying that those people who dispose of these remains, which is what they are committing some sort of a crime?
Right.
You mean, are you talking about people who traditionally do it? Because that's a traditional sense. It's like,
But see, I think the reason why it was a crime is because she did it without his consent.
Malicious. I believe it was malicious.
Yeah, she did it maliciously.
It in reality seems like, I think she got like a year and $4,000. She was have like a $4,000 fine or some shit.
Damn.
But be that as it may, regardless of all that other, like all that shit. The fact that you got to the point, because it's probably his mom probably just died. This probably wasn't even like she probably just died. The fact that it got you to the point where you would take this man's mother's ashes and dump them in a fucking river,
right,
and record it,
and recorded it. Had her homegirl recording it. I'll be right back on Facebook, y'all.
Do that shit. I got the camera ready. Go ahead.
She like, girl, fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga, girl.
I don't understand how people, and like I said, I'm sorry, but the fucking men are emotional, if not more. Yeah, no, I agree, Ashley. But the fact that you made this at 40 years old and you doing shit like this is like,
it's embarrassing.
What went wrong? The fact that you can't cope with emotion to where you would, that's, to me, that's like, this is one of the most fucked up things that I've ever heard.
Me too. I thought so too.
Shit, now it's 2022. Seen because the dumb bitch recorded it.
Right. Like, what the hell?
Like, this is some shit that you do and you don't have no proof of it. You feel me?
Right. You don't, like, I don't know why we were talking about that earlier, Michael. Like, when I saw the video of the girl she demolished this man's vehicle. Oh my God. And was recording it and was proud about it. See, because we're coming into this era where people don't care.
Yeah.
Until then, them cuffs get slapped on you. Then you want to look crazy in the mugshot, looking just,
she look a plum fool.
A plum fool. Wig off.
And it's like, you did it. What are we doing?
The wig off, looking a mess. I said, oh my God, honey.
To be honest with you, I don't feel like this is anything new as far as like people doing fucked up shit like this. Right. I think people have been doing this like since before we even born. It's just it's being recorded now.
We are in the era of, and I thought we were in it before, but now it's getting even worse. Believe it or not, we are in the era of maximum exposure.
Ooh,
we are in the era of everything. Like literally, did you guys see the dude that was being robbed at gunpoint in the park? And you got a crowd of about probably 20 people recording it. This man literally has a gun to his head.
And nobody was helping him.
Nobody. All you see is phones.
Granted, that is fucked up that people are just recording instead of calling the police. Which, there's your answer. That's what they could have done. But it's like, if someone has a gun pointed to a dude's head, it's like, well, what the fuck am I going to do? Like, this nigga has a gun.
I agree.
I'm not Superman, you know what I'm saying? But no, but you're absolutely right, though. It's like, they could have easily called the police if they would have showed up in time.
That's awful.
It's not even. It's awful, yes, but it's more so to me. It's bizarre, and it's like we really have no idea because like all these zombie movies paint like zombies to be like some like drawn out, fucked up, like living dead creature, but in reality, we walk around like zombies in our fucking phones all day.
All day,
and it's like. That's what shit. We literally are voided and we're glued to our phones. Just imagine going to work and you ain't got your phone. You turn it back around.
Oh, you turn it back around to get that. Then you getting that joint.
Absolutely.
You going right back to the crib to get that.
100%.
No, that's crazy.
No, but you're right because we see that shit all the time. Where like there's like a couple of like videos on YouTube where they've done experiments as far as like pretty much people like having more value in like technology, phones than like human life. Yeah. What was that situation where a woman got raped in like a New York subway? And instead of like someone doing anything about it, like we had like a bunch of people just recording it.
Really? I never.
There was I think Kim brought this up. Hey, mama, how you doing?
Hey, who mom? My mama?
Your mama.
Oh, hey, mama. My stuff. I got so much stuff going on. Like my the chat froze on the tablet, so I can't see. Hey, mom.
Yeah, I keep missing the comments. So like, hey, everyone that's making a comment, my bad. I'm like,
Yeah, you
help
be
me, y'all. Shit.
You be the comment reader tonight, Michael. My joint got frozen.
Comments for real.
I don't know what happened. This tablet is trash.
Not as sure.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm sucking to reading the comments, so my bad. But yeah, but like, but like, okay, like you were just saying, man, like it's so, our society is so fucked up, man. It's like,
What's up,
it's
Dapper?
that yin and yang when it comes to like, social media. You know, there's people out there that use it for good, and then there's just people out there that just use it for evil, aka clicks, reactions, likes, and notoriety. You know, like, yeah, people are quick to pick up the phone to report like a crime instead of like, oh shit, I should call the cops.
Right. That's awful, dude. That sounds so bad too. That sounds so bad. But
what's up, George?
It's unfortunate, man. Like, I don't know. I mean, I just think like people, I don't know, they don't think simple anymore. Everything is just, I don't know, technology based. Everybody is just in their own world. Yeah, nobody cares. There's nobody wants to help anybody. It's like, it's almost like everything is just for entertainment now. Everything, even what goes on in real life. But
hey, are you surprised, man? We have like a government that cares more about guns than like children and people in general just getting slaughtered with like military style weapons. So, you know, I mean, what's there to be surprised about anymore, you know?
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, it's like the world has been being trained that way. And it's sad, you know, you got to do it within your own. You got to teach your own to be caring and loving and kind and giving and helpful. Of course, you know, be aware. Don't get, be naive, but because especially in this day and age. But even just to tie this subject up, going back to the young lady. Once again, anybody, even going back to the whole, because this correlates with trouble situation, just be mindful and be careful and just be aware of who you're getting yourself involved with. You know, and just and guard your heart, guard your emotions. Don't let everybody take all of you. Don't let everybody take all your energy. Don't put all of your energy into somebody, because you got to remember, people are not perfect. You just never know what somebody's keeping a secret from you or what they're doing on the side. Just always love you first. How about that? Love you first.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, you know, she's going to be in jail for a hot minute, so hopefully, you know, she'll like, you know, collect her thoughts, her feelings, and you never know, she might find like a girlfriend in jail or something, you know?
Right, maybe. You're so stupid.
I mean, 'cause